In the border world markets of Tarsus 3, where debts were paid in gold, tech, or flesh, Jace Trennan never expected to become the reluctant owner of a slave. He was a salvager, nothing more, nothing less. A scavenger of forgotten ships, ruined colonies, and war-ravaged moons. His ship, the Bramble Fox, was falling apart faster than he could patch it together. Credits were low, patience lower. "I'm telling you, Jace," the client said, a sweaty Orion trader named Grux. "I don't have the credits. But she's worth more than what I owe." Grux gestured to the girl, no woman, shackled behind him. Her skin was pale violet, her eyes an eerie silvery blue. Thin, exhausted, and dressed in tattered silk robes that hinted at former grandeur. "A Silari." Jace narrowed his eyes. "Are you insane? Their empire executes anyone caught trafficking their kind." "She's not marked," Grux replied. "No clan tattoos. No biosignature. She's exiled or abandoned. Off the grid. Legally, she's no one." The girl's eyes met Jace's, calm despite her chains. No begging, no fear. Just a strange, quiet dignity. "She yours?" Jace asked her directly. "She was his," she said, voice smooth and regal. "If you accept me as payment, I become yours. That is the law of this pitiful moon." Jace swore under his breath. Taking her meant risking entanglement with Solari law, but letting Grux walk away without paying him back was worse. "Fine," he growled. "But she rides up front. No chains. And if you're lying about her being unmarked, Grux, I'll feed you to the vacuum." Grux just grinned and disappeared into the crowd before Jace could change his mind. Back aboard the Bramble Fox, Jace regretted the deal immediately. The Solari woman, who refused to give her name, moved with unnatural grace. She sat quietly in the co-pilot's chair, eyes scanning readouts and displays like she understood every system aboard. "You know tech?" he asked after half a day of awkward silence. "I know better tech," she replied, her tone dry. "This ship is held together with rust and willpower." Jace snorted. "You're not wrong." She didn't ask where they were going. She didn't make demands. She simply watched, listened, and learned. At first, Jace kept an eye on her constantly, worried she'd sabotage the engines or bolt mid-flight. But when he woke on the second night to find her welding a cracked conduit in the reactor room, his suspicions began to waver. "Why are you helping?" he asked. "I may be your property," she said, spitting the word like venom. "But I will not ride a ship likely to explode from neglect." He chuckled. "Fair enough." Days turned into weeks. He learned she spoke 5 languages. That she could reprogram a jump drive faster than most tech priests. That she despised the Solari caste system and refused to speak of her past. "You don't act like a slave," Jace said one evening, as they shared a meal of protein paste and rehydrated stew. "I don't think like one," she replied. "You humans are strange. You accept us into your fold. Let us choose our names. Our futures." "And what would you choose?" Jace asked, genuinely curious. She hesitated. "My name is Selira. And I would choose freedom." He looked at her, really looked at her. The proud set of her shoulders. The quiet fire in her eyes. Something deep inside him shifted. Months passed. Together they raided derelict freighters, traded with pirate enclaves, and even fought off a Threxian boarding party. Selira was no mere passenger, she was crew now. Jace taught her how to shoot, how to lie in 3 languages, and how to bluff her way through customs. She taught him how to hack alien codes and navigate gravitational eddies. They became not friends exactly, something more, something unspoken. It was during a salvage run on the ruined station orbiting Varelia Prime that everything changed. The station's core was still active, its logs untouched for years. Celira bypassed the encryption like it was child's play. But what they found wasn't salvage data. It was a bounty, issued by the Solari Imperial Court. For Princess Celira of House Veltharin. Missing. Presumed dead. Reward. 10 million credits. No questions asked. Jace turned slowly toward her. She stared at the screen, emotionless. Princess, he repeated, voice low. I didn't lie, she said quietly. I never told you who I was. You let me buy you. No. I let myself be taken away. The pieces clicked. Exile. The lack of markings. The tech knowledge. The disdain for Solari laws. You ran, he said. I escaped, she corrected. From a life of politics, arranged marriage, and being used as a pawn in the court's endless games. I wanted freedom. Grux found me before I could find transport off-world. I submitted to slavery because it was still freer than what awaited me back home. Jace backed away, his mind reeling. You could have told me. You would have turned me in. Damn right I would have. 10 million credits. I could rebuild the Fox from scratch. Her eyes flared. Then go. Turn me in. Take your fortune. But know this, if you do, I will not beg. I will not plead. I will never be owned again. The silence between them was thick. Dangerous. Jace turned and stormed off the bridge. For 3 days he didn't speak to her. Not a word. He couldn't decide if he felt betrayed, enraged, or just hurt. She had become his closest ally, his co-pilot, his confidant. And she had lied by omission the entire time. On the 4th day, they approached the Solari border. The bounty beacon still sat in the NAV logs, blinking expectantly. Celira entered the cockpit silently, hands folded in front of her. Well, she asked. Am I cargo now? Jace stared at her, then reached over and deleted the beacon from the console. Your crew, he said. That's all you've ever been. Her breath caught. Why? Because I'm not in the business of selling out the people I care about. She blinked, then gave the smallest, most genuine smile he'd ever seen. You care about me. He cleared his throat, suddenly uncomfortable. Shut up and get in the co-pilot's seat. She sat down, still smiling. They didn't talk about it again. Not in words. But things changed after that. They moved closer. Lingered longer. Laughed more. Celira took to humming while working. Jace found himself glancing at her more often than he'd admit. It wasn't until a Solari warship hailed them near the rim worlds that their fragile peace was shattered. This is the Imperial Lancebreaker. Identify your vessel. Jace paled. Celira remained calm. Ignore the hail, she said. Jump in 30 seconds. That's not enough time to charge the drive. I've modified it. Trust me. He trusted her. As the Lancebreaker powered its weapons, the Bramble Fox blinked out of existence, leaving behind only sensor ghosts. When they re-emerged in deep space, Jace turned to her. How did you? She gave him a sheepish grin. Upgraded your drive last week. You hacked my jump drive. I saved your life. You scare the hell out of me. She leaned closer. But you like it. He couldn't deny it. 6 months later, they landed on a remote human colony to resupply. A young Solari envoy approached them, dressed in ceremonial armor. Princess Celira Veltharin, the envoy said, bowing low. Your people seek your return. Your absence has nearly caused civil war. I am no longer part of that world, she replied. Then what are your orders? Jace watched in disbelief as the envoy knelt. Not to arrest her, but to serve her. I left the throne, she said, turning to Jace.